Hello, my name is Fox Knight, so name it Fox. I just saw the ghost of Molly Mcgee. I don't know if it's episode just 1 or if it's 1 and 2, because they think they're both like 15, 10 minutes, whatever. But yeah, episodes leaked. Go watch them when they first come out. I'm probably going to release the same time when the episodes come out. But, yeah, this show is awesome. I love it. I love it a lot. If you want a quick kind of idea about it, it's basically if you took Beetlejuice and Billy and Mandy and mixed them together and then threw Star vs. the Forces of Evil in there in a good way. Yeah, you have your main characters, Molly, you have Scratch, you have kind of that whole idea of like, yes, this family's moving into a haunted house. The goat doesn't want them there. But Molly is such a ray of sunshine that, basically, and also that then again is where the Grim Adventures kind of thing, where Scratch basically says, I curse you, Molly Mcgee, and you will always be, I will be wherever you go, whatever you do, I will always be there. And basically, this then leads to Scratch being permanently bonded to Molly, no matter what. And I'm like, okay, then that's very much the Grim Adventures. At least for me. That gave me some very Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy feel to it. Because if you know about Grim Adventures, it's very similar setup. Hamster dies in that one. And Grim makes a deal with Billy and Mandy, and basically the deal ends with him being their best friend forever. Though, I will say, this relationship is more, even though it is not the greatest, it is still more healthy than that one, since Molly is very much a rain of sunshine, and like even though Scratch constantly wants to kick her out, you slowly see as he's obviously starting to warm up to her. Also, not to mention, I love I think she's Thai. I think they said she's Thai, but I also love how they use a little bit of her culture and mythology in her culture. And a little bit of certain bits of mythology also in choices for Molly and the character. And I say that in a sense like, one, they're wearing socks on the inside of the house. I'm not entirely sure if it's the whole, don't wear your shoes inside kind of thing for Thai families, but I assume something similar to that. Not equating with Japan or China, but I believe that's kind of a similar thing. Wear your shoes inside, and you see they're only with socks inside, which I thought was pretty cool. And also another thing that I really like is this bit. Hold on. I love how you always try to go. Right. Think about it right here.
Have I ever told you about Santa Boom?
No. What's that?
A little house within your home to honor your ghost.
Tell me more about this, please.
I like that because you're using a bit of the culture to also, one, give more of identity, a little bit more of identity and coolness to like the relationship between these two. And also a little bit more to, honoring her heritage. It's not just skin color and eye color that she has. She's also connected with that, her
You mean something like
her own traditions and stuff like that. I freaking love it. Also, I feel like this house is from somewhere. I don't know what is it the Amity house? But yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And then even like the bit about giving offering to ghosts. And I like it. The best thing I can describe it is Shaman King, one of my favorite animes. Also, my review, I should hopefully get that out soon. Of the remake. That it using that mythology or religions or culture within each ghost and like their own ways that they channel the ghost or use the ghost or even like how the ghosts appear in weapon form and stuff like that. I love that. And also the reason why I hate the Fate series because it is devoid of all of that. But I like that that's one thing of this. And also, again, the way I can say this is similar to Star versus or Beetlejuice. One, and I say this right now, they set up in the very beginning of the episode, there's this council of ghosts, and each ghost needs to basically make wherever they live a terrible, terrible place. And if not, their little key thermometer thing goes up to happy, and then they are then Suck your way to, what was it?
Expect me to compete with puppies?
That is precisely
That voice is familiar, so I don't know I can't remember what it's from, but I know that voice.
Chairman expects.
Oh! He's the bad guy in Ben 10! He's the bug guy! He's the bug guy, the little bug guy.
Don't send me to the flow of failed phantoms!
Flow of failed phantoms, all these guys. See, this is cool, because it sets, like, immediately, I'm like, why did they start on this? And it's because this sets it up pretty damn well, especially because at the very end, obviously with Brighton becoming a little bit happier with Molly there, it sets up that, and it also sets up the Grim Reaper here as a very big threat, which, again, a little bit Grim Adventures, but, you know, it sets it up pretty easily. Well, actually, is that Scratch's face on the key? Scratch's face also, or is the dog's face on her key?
That is precisely what the chairman expects.
You can't expect me to compete with puppies!
That is.
There's nothing I can do. Rise.
Oh, no, it's just, okay, it's just Scratch, okay. But, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. The first episode, again, is really cool. I like the little bit right here where, I like how the afterlife or the ghost world, ghost zone, it's like lit up with like these neon like outlines thing, you know, everything's darker, so it gives that cool astral look, especially with the glowing ghost. The art style, they honestly, like, I wasn't really keen on the art style that much, and honestly, I still have some issues, a little bit of issues with some of the art style choices. Mainly with the family's eyes. Like, I get the idea of, yes, you know, more Asian, around that area. I'm not sure the correct pronunciation or term to be used for it. Their eyes are a little bit more almond than everyone else's. Actually, I think mine are a little bit. I don't know. I know some of my family also have very almond eyes. I think that's the correct term for them, almond eyes. But I understand that. But also, I don't know. I think it's something to do with the white also kind of going in to there. Like, if it was just, like, kind of looped in a little bit more, I think it probably would look better. But, I don't know. It's just kind of the shape of the eyes that kind of throw me off a bit. And that's something... And I get, like, some people, like, have a problem with Luz's, like, lip. Like, her, like, U-lip. I'm honestly fine with that. This one, maybe it's because I'm more focused on the eyes that kind of throws me off. I don't know. But even then, art style-wise... Just look at this scene right here. Look at the color. Like, that's freaking great. Showing the possession. Look at the different faces that Scratch does. Hell, look at this.
Leave the cereal. Leave everything.
Look at this quick. Yeah, like, that right there is freaking terrifying. And then, yeah, like, they're able to go insane with this, that's a really good joke. She just immediately was like, nope! And basically, again, like, also, basically, to get out of this contract, obviously, Scratch has to try to scare them out of the house, and then the curse will be broken that he cursed on Molly. And I do love that it's in the end, it is a reverse. It is kind of like the Billy and Mandy idea of that he, like, Grim tries to, you know, be dark and so that, and Molly's such a big, happy kind of person, kind of like Billy, I guess. Like, it ruins him.
You're never alone, you're never apart, like a parasitic
God.
worm. I live in your
And I love that slight almost threat to that Molly just said. Like a parasitic worm, I am always in your heart. It's like, it sounds light, nice, like, oh, you're in his heart. But then it's like, you're a parasitic worm. It's like, ah, yes, you're still gonna put him through a shit ton of pain.
like a parasitic worm. I live in your heart. It's you and I, best friends for life, with no chance of parole, together forever.
I love Molly so much. And again, like, just to bring up to you, reason why I say, like, star versus, it's because of her personality. Like, unlike, let's say, Luz, who is very much, at least for how I say, she's more introverted, a little bit antisocial until, like, she meets people like herself, and she's able to branch out and everything. Molly is the opposite. Molly is someone who will always branch out. Like, even in the next episode when I bring that up, she is kind of, and I'm mostly just been fucking around in this episode. But nope, that's not right. In this episode, like, she does try to make friends, and she tries to be good with them, and she talks with more people, and tries, like, there is more, like, her personality definitely is more being more open and more talking with as many people as she can and making as many friends as she can. Lou's very much, I think, I don't know, maybe that was just squashed in her over the years of being made fun of and all this stuff. So she is the opposite of that. Molly is very much that more outgoing extrovert character, which is very much Star versus too, especially in some cases how she even talks. Which is why I straight up think like she's like very Star versus-esque.
Here we are.
Let me see.
Well, it's not the worst house we ever lived in.
Oh, hold on. That's not our house. This is our house.
That's a nice big ass house. And then Molly has this entire big attic to herself. Hell yeah.
Turn me around so I can see.
Oh yeah, I like this one.
Turn me back.
Granted, he is a bit of a fixer-upper.
Dad?
Who has window shutters?
You.
Let's see.
I love it!
Yeah, like she is very peppy. Let's hear her.
It's kind of a dump. It needs the Molly Mcgee touch.
Let me see.
Those cobwebs.
I want to see if I can find one of the scenes. Hold on.
A ghost?
Okay, Molly. Okay, focus up. You've never met it
See, something
before.
not really this, kind of like that. Even like talking, like even a little bit of voice kind of getting higher pitch. I don't know if it's the same voice actually.
Sorry about that.
Like the calm and then very loud. Like I don't know. She is. I don't know. Maybe Luz has done that too. I don't know. She very much gives me that very excited, like yeah, I'm gonna be friends with everybody kind of feel that Star kind of had, and even like again, like you see.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, for the rest of your days, I'll be there, haunting you, tormenting you, turning you.
That his voice is familiar too. Why did you freeze there?
You, turning your every waking movement.
Fantastic performance.
Huh?
Where did those bugs even come from? What? So now that we're best friends.
Best friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're going everywhere I go and doing everything I do.
I love how he cursed himself. See that right there. Best friends confirmed. Like that is not something Luz would do. And I want to bring I'm bringing up these comparisons for obviously different characters, but that's something that like Star says so many times, like best friends forever, like that high pitched. I don't know. I'm never doing that again.
Best friends confirmed.
Like that is very much a Star Butterfly feel. Like she feels like a better Star Butterfly. And I know it's only 2 episodes in, but the reason why I say this is because 1, episode 2, you immediately could tell that Star versus was going to be an up and down trail. And if you like that show, love it. I'm not going to say you don't like it. I had issues with it. I did. But she has that very much. And even like this one, I'm going to make some other comparisons too. First off, one, you know, I was going to say her name correctly. Andrea. I know on the internet it's going nuts over her. Basically, like, it's Amity 2.0. I'm like, 1, I don't feel like it's gonna be Amity 2.0. Like, she is definitely the bully archetype, and I feel like she's definitely gonna be the Basha of this. She's a little bit like Amity, but I feel like she's more of a Basha, where she's gonna be the bully, and I don't really think it probably may have some character development later on, but I don't think she's gonna be Molly's next best friend or even a girlfriend. Libby, I do think is going to be that case. I like her design. I actually really love her design. She actually gives me very Ghost feels. Libby, I don't know why Molly didn't immediately try to make friends with Libby, even though we know that eventually will eventually happen. But yeah, like that seems like an easy fix because she's also made an outcast.
Oh, she's me. I'm Libby. And don't get too close. I think I've almost got her worn down. Looking good, Andrea.
God, this girl feels like she's been tired for years and has been like Jesus Christ. And then also like apparently there's like a 50 songs in just season 1 of this. Oh, so yeah, this. Well, like how he's just like, oh God. She's like, oh God, you didn't have to go that far. Why? why. She very much is giving like season 1 Amity vibes, at least the beginning. But she also is giving way more Basha vibes, where I think she's going to be the villain. Not villain. She's going to be the bully kind of character. Which, honestly, yeah. And, let me see here. There's just a running joke with her just always turning around and scared of this chick. I don't know why. Well, she... Oh my god. This scene made me laugh so damn hard.
On me.
I'm getting a soda.
I don't know why. It's something about in a kid's cartoon. This girl going through all this crap, all this shit, and at the very end, getting knocked out by a locker, being stepped over, and her ghost friend, really, you know, whatever. But it just going up and just straight robbing her to go buy a soda. It just hit me in the right spot of mean-spirited and like Molly being such a ray of sunshine and mean-spiritedness that it just broke me, and I was laughing for like a long time for this one joke. Oh god. Also, again, like one reason I was like Molly, she's very excited, she's very happy, and I want to bring up a big thing about this too.
Inspirational. In a bathroom.
Oh, yeah, it's my superpower. I can do it anywhere. I did it at a funeral once.
I love Molly already. I love her for different reasons that I love characters like Anne or Luz. Honestly, out of the three, obviously I love Anne. I love Luz. Luz is my favorite. Molly, I think out of main protagonists of like at least those three films, Molly already is a second. Anne would be below her. That's nothing against Anne. I like Anne. Anne is cool. And mind you, this is out of like hundreds of however many animated shows I've seen. But I don't know, maybe I go more towards the nicer characters. I lean more towards nicer characters or the more outcast a little bit characters. And isn't really outcast, I don't think, but also not only that, she is kind of a jerk. And yes, it is probably mostly Sasha's influence on her, but she is very much of a jerk, or like at some points just wants to get in trouble just because she can. She just wants to cause havoc. Molly, on the other hand, and so Luz, they want to be good characters. They want to make friends. They want to be good people and be themselves. And I like that. I like that a lot. And obviously needs more soul searching. I think she's more of a, I wouldn't say more complex, because Luz is very complex, especially with her insecurities and all that stuff. Molly, we start to see a little bit more of, but I like her peppy attitude, how happy she is, and yeah, I just love her. But yeah.
You are the most frustrating.
Oh, so this is great. I like how everyone has this. I'll say this right now. This may lead to a. This right here may lead to a Lumity like scenario. This might. I'm not entirely sure. This might lead to one like that, and I wouldn't mind it again, because like this right here, just like Howard Holder and everything, I feel would be kind of a cool. Maybe we get a love triangle. I don't know, but I do like this. I do like this a lot. I want to see more of. I want to see a little bit more of this. I obviously don't want her to stay as a just two-dimensional bully character, but I do want to see more, or one-dimensional, I guess.
Oh, no.
And also, everyone has the correct reaction when a ghost is scaring them, except for Molly.
No. Wake up,
Andrea.
I love this too, because the whole thing is over. Like, she's outcast because of this chick's saying her name wrong. Is the whole reason why she gets outcast.
Wake up,
Andrea.
Whatever.
And I love that, because that's exactly what I would do. I'm like, fuck it! Like, that's, like, I'm like, shut up! This is not the time!
Get her in that cart.
Disposing of the body. Right.
And again, I love shows that have that dark feel. Owl House has that very, very dark feel to it. And Molly Mcgee definitely has that with ghosts and the dead and, hell, hiding a body. I love these shows that have that dark feel. Hell, even the school, it looks dark and dingy looking. Like, it's not very bright and colorful compared to, like, the characters. And I like that. Even, again, Andrea looks almost ghost-like just with her hair.
What? No! I've got to get her to the nurse's office.
That lady has nothing but band-aids.
this is. Oh, a map.
Oh, this is great. I love this. Like, yeah, she's limp. Yay! And again, spin around. Is she the only teacher in this school?
Ah, what an elegant bouquet of emotional and physical floundering. Ah, you...
And then let me see. Is it around here? Is it around here?
I have to get her to the nurse's office before
Oh.
anyone notices.
Wait. I want to go back to here because this is great. This is great.
Physical floundering. Ah,
Wait,
you...
right here. Right here.
I can fix this.
You can hear her dragging her forehead across the ground. I love the sound design. Hell yes. I love this show so much on such a technical level on top of it. Like, it is one thing of just dragging her across or even just showing it, but it's a weird thing where you don't really see it, but you hear her forehead just dragging across the wood. I'm like, oh my god, yes.
I just have to get Andrea.
Andrea?
Not now.
And again, I love how she keeps getting mad that everyone keeps correcting, like, just stop it. I'm gonna say this right now, like, what the hell? Is there a bug on the fucking... Get out of here! Shoo! Goddamn fly. I'm gonna beat the hell out of it. I was like, what the hell is that giant smudge? I'm gonna... Get... Go away! Shoo! 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 Like, I don't know, and maybe this is a personal thing for me that I like. I hate being corrected multiple times on the same thing, especially when I kind of got it and like it's getting messed. Like, I don't know, maybe this I don't know, because I know when I was learning how to drive, there's so many times when I was driving and the instructor will go, no, do this, like I got it, like let me drive, let me try to drive first. Like, I don't know. It very much, I feel this. I feel this a lot. Like, just leave me alone.
I have to get her to the nurse's office before anyone...
Also, I love the color comparison between the two, so I really like that.
Great idea. And I'm gonna raise this curtain for no particular reason.
I love that. Oh, shit. For all you see, you just see her helping her. Or having a romantic moment. Either way, this scene could go multiple different directions.
Mcgee.
What's she doing with Andrea? It's, not what it looks like.
Bye-bye, Molly McGee.
Serious.
Oh yeah, the whole idea is that Scratch wants to ruin her first day. That way she has to leave. Because again, that's going to be, I'm pretty sure, his whole arc.
Who does she think she is?
She's the worst of the worst.
And then Scratch is like, oh, wait, that's what these guys over here at this point told me.
Worst of the worst.
Which also really throws me off because, like, they treat him like garbage and everything. And, like, yeah, he's a gross character. But he's also doing his job making Brighton a terrible place to live. So I'm not sure why the ghosts treat him like trash. Like, if anything, he should be treated good. Also, he's very much a Beetlejuice kind of character, I think, as well. But...
Oh, no. Come on. It's just feeling. I've won. You won. It's over.
Also, I love,
We haven't.
I love this part, too.
I think I'm crazy. I'm gonna need a plan B.
Just pay attention to the movements of this character. I love, too.
Hey, gang. It's me, Andrea Davenport. Give me that applause already. What I gotta do? Hey. Scratch?
I love the wink. 2, I love that he's helping her. 3, I love how Andrea moves. Because she still looks like she's knocked out, or if like someone's like lifting her up and doing like what the hell is that movie called? Shit, what is the movie called? Weekend at Bernie's. Like Weekend at burning her. Like you're doing the dead body, like, hey, how you doing, sport? Like that kind of thing.
Over the whole Andrea thing. I mean, believe me when I...
Even though the face and head move perfectly fine, it's everything else, the body around it, which is taking a hard time, and I like that.
Life is too short. You can call me Andrea, Audrea, whatever. I say go nuts with it. Let's get creative.
Also love how she's gonna be really pissed when she wakes up.
Down a little bit, get a little serious. girl out there having a really rough day.
And I love this too because this is a really good sweep,
I'm thinking some.
like sweep of expectations.
She doesn't deserve
Why? Why do that
to be
movement?
treated like the worst of the worst. No one does. So please, on my behalf, give a big
See, honestly, like her eyes when it's like this, where it curls down and still goes in this direction, but it's flat, looks way better, I think, than when it's like rounded and then also goes like that. I don't know. It's just something off with me.
the right middle school cheer for Libby.
That is such a perfect, like, yeah, I'm gonna help you, Molly, but I'm also still gonna be a dick about it.
She's okay now. I decree it. Yes! No
Yeah. I love that too. I was like, Scratch.
more! Molly Mcgee isn't so bad either. Cut her some slack, you animals.
I love that. I love that a lot.
What happened here?
Also, I like the idea that this also sets up that if you ever get possessed, you still have ectoplasm in you. So, like, we might see at some point a character get possessed, and we're like, why are they acting weird? And then we'll eventually see, you know, when the goop comes out, like, oh shit. I can see this character getting more attention and more character development, hopefully, because and again, I say this also on another aspect of this, because I'm gonna end this video around here. This show does something that I think Star Vs. completely missed. I'll try to.
See you tomorrow, Molly.
Have a great night.
Bye.
That's cute.
Oh, you were wrong.
Hold on, I know a place to pause.
A lot of friends.
Ugh, like that's a good thing?
But you were also right. Because this
Huh?
day would have been a huge disaster if it weren't for my very bestest best friend ever.
I love that. That is an adorable face. But also, like I was just saying, this show does something that Star Vs. Messed up on. Where Star Vs. sets up, in the first episode, there is a multiverse. There is different dimensions that they can go to, different world, all this stuff. And whenever she comes to Earth, it's just straight a fish out of water story. And it's just regular Earth, pretty much. There's nothing really exceptional or crazy going on. Or, like, even, like, art style-wise, it is much brighter. And I don't know, all the Earth episodes never felt good on me. Never felt cool. Here, you obviously have two worlds. You have the ghost world and the human world. Molly, yes, she's new to town, but she doesn't really feel like a fish out of water character. She isn't. She knows the human world. If anything, Scratch would probably be the one who probably, if there's any fish out of water story elements, will probably be from Scratch learning things. But who knows on that, because he looks like he's well known about the world as well. So, at least from that standpoint, it's good. And even then, like this, like look at this episode 2 compared to Star Vs. episode 2, where they introduced Ponyhead, which was annoying as hell. And like that set up things like the school for princesses, where, and like also kind of sets up like that Star's mom is some kind of evil person and all this stuff, or like, you know, someone who sent her daughter somewhere to get her mind washed and brainwashed and, you know, become the perfect princess. And like all of that was set up in the second episode to set up an extremely annoying ass character that will be reoccurring constantly. Here you introduce let me see if I got it right. You introduce Andrea. You introduce kind of the teacher, but you introduce Andrea. You introduce Libby. You set up.
Soda.
God, I love her. I just knocked out a poor child and then robbed her. You set up all these characters right off the back on the second episode, and none of them are like that annoying talking character. again, if you've seen some of my other reviews, you know I hate that character. I hate LSP. I hate Ponyhead. I hate Ronaldo. I despise them. Ronaldo more. Ronaldo's an entirely different class of I hate you. But I despise those characters very much. None of these characters have that. Libby is very depressed and has been an outcast for so long. So you kind of feel for her. Aunt Andrea, she's a jerk. She's an a-hole. But Molly still helps her. And I can see slowly some, help, her getting some character development. I feel like she will get some character development. Scratch. Scratch. He's a cool in the first episode, yeah, but he's a character who's going to try to constantly mess up Molly, but Molly's a ray of sunshine, and and even at this point shows that he basically won, and he's like, I can't let this girl go through the same shit that I'm going through, and he helps her, even though he's the one who started this, but he helps her, all the characters are likable. The world that's even taking place. Hold on. Hello, Mother Dearest. The characters are all likable. Even the dad character, who's not even really doofy. None of the characters are doofy. None of them are annoying. None of the characters are annoying. And again, I want to bring up the world. It sets up obviously the ghost world and the human world. In the human world, even though we've only seen very small bits of it, it seems like it's a very dark and dingy kind of place. It's not very that bright and colorful. You can kind of see that in the first episode. It looks dark and dingy. The colors are very, I guess, muted would be the correct word. But then compared with Molly, who's a lot brighter and brightens things up with just her sunny disposition, it feels better. Also, I want to say this right now: the smartness of showing everywhere that they've lived, but then when they show where Brighton is.
Behind a lot of friends.
See, also, Molly's whole thing about wanting friends because she's left so many behind. I like that.
But Brighton's
Also-
gonna be different. We Mcgees are making our forever home.
How they just put Brighton right there. Isn't Brighton somewhere in London? But it just puts Brighton right there in a sea of green. So we have no idea where the hell this place is. I'm like, all right, that's a smart little way to be I'm gonna hide this place. But yeah, I don't know. The world, it seems dark and dingy, and yes, we still have a mystery of what it is, how Molly's world is. But we do know, obviously, yes, people are afraid of ghosts. Yes, it seems it's very dark and dingy compared to these very bright, colorful characters. I don't know. This world seems more interesting, even though it's supposed to be Earth. It seems way more interesting, and even the characters that fill it seem not all that bad, but seem kind of good, and I like that. I think this show will succeed where Starverse failed. Where Starverse really started getting better towards the end of the series, and then it kind of shat itself. Again, if you like the show, you can like it. Molly, I feel is going to be a really good. I have a good feeling about it, especially since this is the second episode. And from Starverse, the second episode, I can immediately tell, oh my god, this show is shit. This show is going to be terrible at some parts. This show's going to do good. I already know right now this will be a very good show. You can mark my words on this or whatever. This is going to be a really good show. This is going to be one of the top best shows for the next 3 years, for the next 3 seasons. It's going to be badass. It's sad that the Owl House is leaving. Hopefully we get more. I'm really hoping we get more. It is cool to see this keep going. It's sad that Amphibia is leaving, but it's still cool to see this going. I could see this as a running show. Because again, last year, Kibo was my number 1 show, and the number 2 is the Owl House. Now it is the Owl House. Amphibia is around the Owl House. It's nearing there. It's 1, but kind of barely. Because its season finales are great, but getting up to the season finale is where it kind of messes up for me. I feel like this show is not going to have that problem. I feel like it's going to have a really good in-between before beginning and end of the season. Finale-wise, who knows if it's going to be a really, really big emotional finale. We'll have to wait and see for that one. But I do feel like it's going to fill the in-between that with very good episodes. I honestly really feel that. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on this. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Go check out this show when it comes out and airs. Thanks for watching videos. Hopefully enjoy this, and we will see you later. Also, Mystery Shack.